Hello everybody, and in this video I'm going to be doing what is likely the last update for the Monstera Albo Variegation experiment. I want to start with the 2 jars that I had to emergency subculture. Now there is definitely a dead leaf in this one, and that's likely from the Fizan soak, but we have a nice clean culture and the plant is healthy again. So that seemed to work out. The second jar that had the Fizan soak is also doing quite well. You do see some leaf damage from the Fizan soak, but we also have multiplication. So this one is gorgeous and ready to go, multiplying. Now this one, I also did the Fizan soak, but it seemed to affect some of the callus, and this is rot in the callus. So I'm actually probably going to subculture this again when I do the rest, which are on schedule to be subcultured. All right, here's Morticia number 6. Now as we're looking through these, every one you've seen has great variegation. But so far, I've only shown you the jars from Morticia. As you remember, that's the X plant that had gorgeous variegation. Some of these are going to make amazing plants and a bunch of people happy. Now we're going to look at the nodes that we have from Melissa. As you see, it's just as underwhelming as the X plant that we got it from. I haven't seen any variegation on any of the Melissa X plants. Since all of the X plants from Melissa just ended up being green delicioso, and that's not really what I was looking for. Since none of the Melissa X plants have any variegation that I can see, I'm going to start an experiment on a procedure called pulsing. It's increasing and decreasing the amount of growth hormones they're grown in to encourage more shoot growth. Now, I'm not worried if I lose these X plants because they just ended up being these 3. Because they just ended up being green Monstera Deliciosos. So I think the biggest takeaway is that tissue culture multiplies the genes in the plant. If you start with an unhealthy plant with low variegation, you're going to get an unhealthy plant with low variegation. As always, with any of my experiments, the data points are very low. So this is a generalization. I'm sure there are papers out there where people have done tons more research than I have. But in my small sample size, it really holds true.